Good morning. In just a moment, you're going to join me approximately 3,000 miles across the ocean this way in Bodo, Norway, on my hunt for the Northern Lights. Really excited for you to go see all that. It was really fun. But before we get into all that content, I want to introduce myself. I'm Future Jake, coming at you from the mountains of northern New Mexico. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be narrating a lot of this video today, and I'm also going to be telling you a little bit about how you can join me in some epic locations like Norway, like Iceland, like South America, like a lot of great U.S. Sightseeing zones as well. But that'll be a little bit later in this video. For now, I just wanted to introduce myself, say hi. Please enjoy the sights of Bodo, Norway, starting now. This is the Norway I came to see. Finally. This is Bodo, Norway. The Norway that I've been wanting to see since the moment that I came here to Norway and somehow have just not been able to find yet. This is this part of the country above the Arctic Circle where I'm actually probably going to see the Northern Lights. You can actually see a rainbow going right up here. Everything is looking up. The sun's about to come out. I just hiked up to this mountain lake in the rain. If you watched the first part of this YouTube series, you'll know that about 11 days ago I set off on my first solo international trip, and I took a plane ride for like 30 hours to Oslo, Norway. From Oslo, Norway, I took a train up to Trondheim, Norway, which was pretty cool, but I accidentally ended up booking a sort of haunted cabin that ruined a bit of my experience. It was super scary at a few points. I talk about it in the last video a little bit more. But finally, even though this part of the trip wasn't planned, I ended up booking a second part of this trip up to Bodo, Norway, way up above the Arctic Circle. Out here you can see the Lofoten Highlands just starting to emerge through the clouds after the rain's going away. This is supposed to be one of the most beautiful parts of the country and one of the prime spots in the world to see the Northern Lights. And that's the whole reason I started this trip in the first place, was to come see the Northern Lights. And it's a bonus that I actually get to get out in the wild in areas where I can hike without sinking down in like marshland. So very excited to be here, so grateful to finally have made it. You can see some of the islands peeking through the clouds. This trip is officially starting now. So what we're gonna do, the plan is stay up late the next few nights. I got 4 more nights here in Bodo. The biggest goal that we have throughout this video is simply to see the Northern Lights in as much glory as we can. And if the clouds cooperate, and we're lucky, that's gonna happen very soon here. So here we go, baby. Here we go. Welcome to Bodo. Let's go hunt down Aurora Borealis. It's funny to go back and watch some of the old videos I filmed, because when I was so excited in that moment filming that mountain lake Norway hike video, I didn't know what was happening next, what was coming next. And now today I do. And it turns out that even if you go to one of the most prolific and known for places to spot the Northern Lights in the world, Norway, they can still be frustratingly elusive and hard to find. This is night 1, sitting out on the pier, hopefully waiting for the Northern Lights to come. They have like a 19% chance of showing up or something tonight. I'd have to pull out my phone to film them. You can't see any of the clouds or anything right now, but I can just tell it's like right on the edge. We're right on the edge of them maybe happening, but they're not showing their face tonight. So we'll see how it does the next couple nights. It's actually supposed to be an even higher chance in 2 days from now, which I'll still be here in Bodo. So hopefully the Northern Lights show. Hopefully. This is the fun part about travel, though. You never get a guaranteed experience. What you get is the guarantee to attempt to have an experience. And that's what we're out here going for. So 10:30 at night, I'm headed back, going to bed, getting pretty chilly. We'll try again tomorrow night. It's my second night here in Norway, out here in the dark, hoping to spot the northern lights overhead. No northern lights tonight. Not tonight, not yet anyways. Not the way that I kind of want to see them. But I was thinking about this tonight. I was looking at the forecast, and the forecast doesn't look good for northern light viewing for the next couple, like a week and a half, and I'm only gonna be here for another 4 days. So the truth is that I might not see the northern lights on this trip. It might not happen. Okay, it's night 3. We're going out trying to find the northern lights again. I found another spot on a morning jog today, so we're gonna go try both spots. And I just got a notification on my phone from the Aurora app that the lights should be out tonight, depending on the cloud cover. Haven't been out to see it. Let's hope it's good, man. Here we go. We're here at the spot. This is the pier right behind me. It's a dark area I typically go to watch, and it looks maybe promising. There's a few gaps in the clouds tonight. It's not as thick as it was last night for sure, so maybe we'll have some luck. Who knows? What you're about to see is the highlight of my entire trip. See, there's a lesson you learn when you adventure as much as I do, and it's that you can have some of the most incredible, wonderful experiences in the world simply by outlasting other people that aren't willing to put in as much work as you are. Norway was a hard trip for me. You don't get to see it in all these videos, but I spent a ton of money over there that I wasn't necessarily comfortable with. I didn't ever get a single good meal while I was there. It was cold, it was wet. I had to deal with a haunted house in Trondheim. A red cabin was in the last video that I saw, and I tried not to talk too much about it because I was legit scared. Norway was a hard trip for me, but I was there and I was committed to finding these sights. And even though I didn't get to see the rainbow ocean sky of the northern lights that I really wanted to see, I did get to come home with a few pictures on my phone that will live in here forever. So please enjoy. So that was it. That was my trip to Norway. And even though it wasn't the perfect trip where I got to see the rainbow ocean of the northern lights, I only caught a few glimpses. And even though I didn't really get to talk with any people there because I was surprised at the culture, and even though I didn't get to eat very much good food there, and even though I was tired, and even though I had to deal with all these challenges, I was reminded of a lesson on the flight home. It's that the moments where we're most comfortable, most complacent, most safe are not the moments that we remember in our lives. They're not the moments that are fulfilling. The moments that we remember and look back on with fondness are the moments where we're challenged, pushed, pulled, stretched, and forced to become a new person to deal with a new situation that we've never had to deal with before. You see, the reason I call myself an adventure channel and not a vacation channel is because vacation is what I think of when people kick back, cross their feet in a lawn chair and drink umbrella drinks on some all-inclusive resorts in Cabo, some fancy tourist town. That's not the kind of travel and adventure that I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of adventuring where you're out in the woods, where you're out in the mountains, where you're breathing hard, where you're having to hike up the mountain, where you're having to come up with solutions to challenges that you've never faced before. That's the kind of adventure I'm interested in, and those are the kind of adventures that create bonds between people that last longer than any other friendship that I've found so far. I call it the traveler's bond. This is the kind of stuff that I live for, and that's why I started a new opportunity called the Adventure Crew, where I want to be able to host these sort of experiences and give these sort of adventures to people like you, the subscribers of this YouTube channel. So what is the Adventure Crew, and why do I think you should join before this video ends by clicking the link in the description below? Well, at its core, the Adventure Crew is just an email list. It's an email list where you'll get daily emails from me about where I am, what I'm doing, how I'm traveling, who I'm meeting, and lessons I'm learning from living a life on the road. That's at its core, but The exciting part about being a subscriber to the Adventure Crew is that you're going to get up to 4 invites from me per year to join me on epic adventurecations around the world to places like Iceland, like Norway, like South America, and then 2023 we have 4 trips planned in Utah, in Idaho river rafting, in Salem, Massachusetts to celebrate Halloween, and then we're going to Iceland to do a little hot springs tour towards the end of the year in fall. These are all experiences you get invited on as a subscriber to the Adventure Crew. So if you've liked watching this video, you like the idea of traveling to some of the world's most beautiful locations for massive discounts, and you like the idea of being able to hang out with me and a ton of other adventurers when it's hopefully not so windy, then click the link in the description of this YouTube video right now to get all the details and join the Adventure Crew today to start getting invites to join us in some of these magnificent locations around the world. Stay wild, be free, and I hope to see you out here in the wilds very soon.